I saw you the whole time. Go on, give it your all tonight. You can say anything you like. I'm not your savior, so far away. Blinded by anger, you forgot who to blame. I'll never be your lighthouse in the dust. If I had my way, I'd guide you to the rocks. Go on, give it your all tonight. You can say anything you like. Poison my mind. You'll never be satisfied. Blame the divine. Eventually they'll find the time. And what if I believe you? Or what if I believe you? What if I go on, give it your all tonight. You can say anything you like. I'm not your savior, so far away. Blinded by anger, you forgot who to blame. I'll never be your lighthouse in the dust. If go on, give it your all tonight. You can say
Welcome to Whiskey Oval _TV. Back with it. Back with some asphalt racing. ERSA Pro Series. Elite Sim Racing Association. How is everyone doing there tonight? My name is Jake. This is Whiskey Oval _TV. One to go studio broadcaster Harold is with me once again here tonight. How's it going, Harold?
Hey, doing really good, man. Atlanta, the track's hot, 100 degrees, man. It's going to be a lot of fun watching these guys slip and dance around here.
A very hot track. And man, hot Atlanta, man. I like it. This thing is a tire shredder. Definitely throw these Legacy Cup cars in it with no downforce area in the rear end, man. You really got to watch that throttle.
Yeah, you guys will be playing off of that throttle and have that car turn. Good 3 wide racetrack all the way around in both turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you're going to be a lot of areas to pass. We saw guys doing pit and fuel strategies last week at Richmond. I would see more of the same going on here with guys trying to get off pit cycle early.
So talking about Richmond, man, short track racing underneath the lights. Late part of the race, we had a 3-car battle. One guy was trying to block his way all the way to the win. 2 guys were trying to get around him, but overall, it was Andrew Moore Jr., the 77 machine. He was able to capture that victory. Josh Mayhew, he ran one heck of a race. He finished up 2nd place, and Mario Marinda was able to hold on to that 3rd place finish. But man, that was a fun race.
I said that lots of pit strategies, and I'm interested to see what these guys will do here. Like you said, Atlanta does have a big tire fall off in the first few laps. And when the tires are cold, the cars are going to want to spin out to the right as well. So in the first couple laps, you're going to see some guys make some moves that might be regrettable afterwards if that car fishtails coming out of 3 and 4.
First race was Daytona. Then we jumped through all the way over to that 2-mile racetrack of Michigan. Then we went nighttime track racing, short track racing, and now we're back here with a true 1.5 miles. So really, this is our first true 1.5 mile racetrack, sort of say. And man, It's an absolutely fun one. And I'm really kind of excited to see new tire model, or not new tire model, new graphic model, sort of say, with all that tire smoke too.
Yeah, iRacing continuing to make the product better, and it's kind of interesting because I was practicing earlier with the ZL1, and on Atlanta, it's got that low downforce track car on it as well. So very similar to these legacy cars in that aspect with the low downforce 750 package.
Was you able to try the Cup cars at Dirt on Bristol yet?
I've tried it, but I'm going to leave it to the Dirt guys because that is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a handful, man. These, oh man, big spin right there here in the warm-up session. So qualifying is over. We do have the qualifying lineup. We're here in this 10-minute happy hour, sort of say. There's still a 10-minute warm-up. Everybody making sure that they got everything set up just perfect to their liking and got their pit stall picked out just right. Make sure that they know where it is. And man, 170 some laps around Atlanta. This is going to be a fun one.
Definitely will be a lot of fun watching these guys traverse around here. Like I said, working with the new models that iRacing has and that low downforce package that will be coming to Atlanta, I anticipate these guys, being pretty easy gingerly on that first lap or two, and then start making moves. You can do 3 wide easily in the turns, and the high line was coming in when I was doing some practice earlier, so some guys use the wall.
Here we go with the grid lineup. All these drivers are slowly starting to grid up, man, and the nerves, they're spiking up a little bit. That heart rate's going up a little bit. Everyone's trying to take a deep breath, grab a little sip of water, and man, 26 cars are making the start here to the starting line. And we'll see how they all end up at the end of the night. Here we go with the lineup for the grid for the ERSA Pro Series. The man that's starting on pole, give it to Mario Miranda. Almost went back-to-back. The number 99 machine. Lights out esports driver Trent Barnes to his outside. Starting in the second row inside, Roswell. Brian on to his outside of the second row. Third row, Brian and Darren. Fifth row, Andrew Moore Jr., last week's winner. And then Matt Lovett with Dark Horse Racing. Roger Rios and Steven Invasius back there in the 9th and 10th spot. Jim and Ryan back in 11th and 12th spot. 13th, give it to Casey Knight and Isaac Mock. Jordan Berry and Evan back there in the 15th and 16th spot. Josh and Brett, 17th, 18th. Hank and Casey. Scott and Joshua back in 23rd and 24th place. Dusty and John. 25th place is going to be Ed Jurgen and Mark back in 26th. On a race controller here tonight, it's going to be Mr. Kyle Ramsey once again, as everyone is stacked up, packed up, getting ready to rock and roll. Gonna be a long race. Gotta protect your tires. Legacy Cup cars on a Monday night. Mario Trent, front row, waiting for the green flag to drop. The 99 machine in the 1 machine. Green flag drops. These drivers step on the loud pedal, and we are green flag racing here at Atlanta.
Yeah, right off the get-go, the 65 put hard on that right pedal, got the car a little bit sideways. The 82 stayed off of him, and we still continued to go green.
Mario extended the lead just a slight bit. He did pull on off of Trent Barnes just a little bit. Trent Barnes has Brian Curry, and man, Brian Curry has been doing very good early on in this ERSA Pro Series as Roswell tries to look to the inside of him, and lap number 1 is coming to an end, and Mario is going to be our race leader.
65, they said after he a little bobble on that takeoff there, but now he's back up. He's got them tires heated up, and now he can start making that move. Look at the inside of that 1 on the backstretch.
Side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. Roswell's hanging tight. He runs Trent Barnes a little high. Trent Barnes all the way up to the outside wall. And Roswell up to that second place with Brian Curry hanging right there in that 4th spot. On back a little bit, Darren Bruce back here in the 5th spot with that 00 machine. And man, look at this line there running all the way to the outside wall.
looking at that outside cushion will come into play. I didn't think it'd be coming into play this early.
Man, it is coming in wait time early. Everyone trying to protect those tires. Rim rotting all the way next to the outside wall. And man, one little bobble. Man, that could end your night very fast. As nerves are slowly settling down, everybody just trying to figure out where they all belong. On back, last week winner of Andrew Moore. He's just now inside the top, or just cracked the top 10. He's back here in 9th place, right in front of Roger Rios. Ryan is back here in the 11th spot in that number 59 machine, just trying to settle in and click off some laps as we are working lap number 5 now. Man,
the number 1 car is getting to eat up by the 0-0 coming into the backstretch off of turn 2.
We're going to jump right on board with Trent Barnes and listen to his throttle response, man. It is, all these drivers are feathering this throttle, just trying to get these cars around. And man, they're not even getting back on the throttle until like coming off.
Yeah, protecting that right front tire is going to be throttle control all through the night, and the feathering, so they're not losing any momentum. You probably don't even see or hear any brake pedal being used at all.
We jump on back here in the back of the pack. We are side by side and multiple rows deep. Jordan Barry, he has moved up 4 spots since the initial green flag has waved, and he's sitting right there in 11th spot. Ryan Nicoletta, the number 59, still there in 12th. And then you have Evan. He's moved up 3 spots there in that number 46 machine. But a couple guys right there behind him, side by side, the 16 and the 03 of Jim.
Guys are pretty much staying within a few positions. The biggest mover so far is the number 31 of Weiss, who's in 15th, giving him 5 position gain.
Pit strategy, will that come into play? That's going to be the big story as they are working lap number 8 of 179 here in the Ezra Pro Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Everybody is slicing and dicing, trying to settle themselves in here in the back part of the racetrack. And Evan, the 46 machine, he has a lot of company. Isaac Mock, Scott Wise, they were battling it out, and now Scott Wise has that 15th spot. And these guys, some of these guys just do not know where they belong yet. Atlanta Motor Speedway, man. A lot of guys call this a cookie cutter racetrack, you know, right? Just like Charlotte Motor Speedway, just like Texas, just like Las Vegas. You can go on down the list. But man, this you've got to be good at these type of racetracks if you want to win a cup or a race season.
Yeah, but, we got to give Atlanta the hat, because they were the first one. Everybody else has kind of followed suit. Texas has actually pulled out of that by making the flat 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, Texas is a little bit weirder because 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, they're just completely different racetracks. Or, sorry, 2 different race corners.
Yeah, that was what they wanted to do, because they, like I said, nobody wants the label of cookie cutter, so.
Here we go, last lap times are up there on the board, the number 99 machine. Last lap time here on lap number 10 was a 32.2. As he comes across the line, working lap 11. And caution is going away for the first time tonight, but our leaders ran a 32.1. Roswell a 32.3. And Darren with a 32.2. 7 sets of tires here at Atlanta, plus the ones that they have, man. So tire strategy could come into play if a lot of cautions come out late.
10 lap tires, you might see people coming down. I think we should take a look at the 8 coming off of turn 3 and 4.
Yellow flag waves. Here we go. We'll see if we can pick it up. And back here in the back, the 46 machine hits the outside wall right in front of the 31. The 8 machine had absolutely nowhere to go. A lot of guys are locking them up. Even the 16 machine, man, he tried everything he possibly could to get out of the way, and looks like he got rear-ended, and then he got sideswiped by the 46. Watch it one more time from the 16 car's view. Gyro cam it. Check this out. He is hard on the brakes, trying to stay off of him, and just could not. Isaac mocked the 16 machine. Tough break for that driver. But Dusty as well, with Ram designs on that front hood. Almost noses it there on the inside or the outside wall, but the hardest crasher right here is Evan. Car's all destroyed.
That 46 machine, when you're talking about it, the danger of riding the outside, too much gas, you find the wall. And these walls in iRacing, for some reason, they're like super glue.
Yeah, man, that's it. I mean, if you want to rim ride the wall, that is definitely the fastest way around here. That's the way to save your tires a little bit. But, man, just one little bobble, one little moment of not being completely focused, it could ruin your day very fast. We see it a lot whenever Homestead was the championship track for the Cup Series, right? Like Kyle Larson, he would always go all the way to the outside wall, be running very good, and then some part in the race, he would always just tag that outside wall and then just slowly start falling back. So this will be fun to watch. Only lap 13. Everybody has made it through. 3 drivers looked like they got some damage off of that.
Yeah, looking at the 23 car and the 57, looks like they took fuel only with the 80 as well. First car with 4 tires, Brian Wirtz in the 82.
And there it is. 0 pit stops all the way to the top 15. Then Brian Curry, Joshua Johnson, Brian Wirtz, and a 14.8 second lap time. And man, I don't think any of these drivers have actually used a full set of tires yet this season. I could be wrong, but man, with the amount of green flags that the ERSA Pro Series throws down, man, I don't know if you have to use all your tires. So man, come in a little bit early on lap number 14, grab some fresh Goodyears, and you might be good there at the very end.
If they go about like they're right now, it'll be about just under 20 laps. They would run out of tires at the key down every time. But like you said, with these guys, I don't anticipate that. They'll get into a groove and get probably some green flag pit stops that we've seen from these guys, and the tires will be there for them when they need them.
Yep, that is my thinking too, man. I would definitely come in, grab a full tank of fuel. 7 sets of tires is what you get, plus a set that you have on. So pit strategy playing early for Brian Wirtz back in the 82 machine. 4 sets of tires back in 18th spot. Man, that cost him a lot of positions though. I mean, he lost 13 spots.
Yeah, but he'll end up taking the low to midline all the way around these guys. You'll see him in the top 10 within about 3 to 4 laps. Tires are that big here.
I seen a meme. There was like a cheese shredder that was just rubbing on a Goodyear tire, man. And funny thing is, dude, that meme is probably dead on accurate too. Every time I race here, your tire wear is just completely brutal.
Yeah, it's some of the flavor of the tracks. You know, I'm not a big fan of resurfacing the tracks as much as NASCAR does in some of their other race tracks. Atlanta's actually, you know, it's a good track. I don't really want to see them mess with it. The traction compound being used in some of the other race tracks to make them better. Atlanta's just aged well, I guess, is the best for racers.
Josh Mayhew, what a fight he put up last week there at Richmond, man. He had the fresh Goodyear tires. He got up there to the front, and he was duking it out. Just quite could not get the lead to run away with it. At the end of the day, Josh Mayhew finished 2nd place. Right now, he's back here in the 14th spot. But he's moved up 3 spots, though, so we'll watch this guy all the way throughout the night and see if that 02 machine can play some tire strategy once again, or just can straight up go up there and grab the lead. But regardless, here we go. We're stacked up. We're packed up. ERSA Pro Series, Atlanta Motor Speedway, getting ready for the green flag. And here we go. Green flag back out. Up from the blimp mode, you can see all these drivers, man. It's still very, very early on. The nerves are still up. Everybody's still trying to figure out this Legacy Cup car. Here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, look at this 31 machine of Scott Wise. Almost put that front bumper into the quarter panel of the 39. Some way, somehow, they were able to keep it straight. And a lot of times, man, that seam there in this racetrack, definitely here in these corners, man, that could throw off the balance of your machine.
You're going to see some of the guys, the way this is that progressively banked track. So they're going to see these guys actually try to keep their tires below the seam for the left to give them a little bit of extra turn. But you definitely don't want to have your tires on the seam, at least not entering the turn. It's a little bit slick.
On board with Scott Wise, a 31 machine, as he works on Casey Clark Jr. down on the bottom side, coming off of turn 4. And they're going drag race to the line. Scott Wise has been down here on the middle side of this racetrack all run long, right on the restart. And he's going to slide it up right in front of the 39. Scott Wise up to 12th place now. A little bit of cushion there in front of him. And now here comes Brian Curry trying to work underneath Casey Clark.
They're looking at the 82, Brian Wirtz. He's being content to taking the positions as he's given them, but really conserving those tires. He's going to probably surprise some of these guys with the kind of speed he has when he's ready to go around them. As he's taking it 3 wide into the backstretch.
The 82 machine, the only driver out there, I believe, with the fresh tires, started 18th spot. He's already up to the 13th spot, trying to get around Casey Clark. And he's going to slide it right up in front of him, coming off of turn number 4. And Brian Wirtz' tire strategy may work out for him, or even fuel strategy, that is. I mean, he has about 14 laps of more fuel than these drivers now. But look at that, working the high side of the 31. Scott Wise is still down there on the bottom side. He's about the only driver that is working the bottom side of that racetrack. And now here goes Brian Wirtz right down to it.
Yeah, see, he's just ticking them away, and he's got those fresh sets of the Goodyear Eagles on there and just flying.
Wow. Last time I said, which was last lap, was like back in 14th spot. He was already up to 9th, and here comes Andrew Moore. He's the next victim. There, the last lap times for him up there on your screen, and there you have it, man. Brian Wirtz with a 31.9. One car all the way to the inside. Almost smashed the outside wall. Don't know exactly who that was, but man, that got sketchy very quick. I think it was the 8 machine, if I'm not mistaken. He went all the way. I think that was Dusty. Almost another caution wave.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing some chatter in there a little bit earlier, and the race chat explaining what happened. But there's Brian Wirtz, man. He's just so much more speed in that car than everybody else, almost a whole second faster than the race leader.
A 31.9 was his last lap time. Brian Wirtz is up to 6th place already, and he can go wherever he wants to go. Matt Lovett right there in front of Brian now, and he should make very quick work of him, but side-by-side racing right there in front of him. Here in the gyro cam, what do? You make it 3 wide? Do you push the issue? You got to make your tires work for you. As he is all over these guys. Roadblock right in front of the 82 machine. Roswell and Darren, 3rd and 4th place driver. And that is his teammate, the 65 machine of Roswell, right there in front of him. Dark Horse Racing teammates. 65 of Roswell. Brian Wirtz got real close to him. Now Brian Wirtz is going to make it 3 wide. Slide job right in front of his teammate all the way to the outside, and he's going to grab a 2-for-1 dental deal. 82 machines up to 3rd place, and now Trenton Mario better start running away. The 82 machine, man, he has plenty of speed with those fresh tires. Back up front we go, though. Trent Barnes just trying to hold on to the back bumper of this 99 car.
Wirtz will be up there in about a lap and a half. Be knocking on the door, if not sooner.
Say work around turns 1 and 2 now, working lap 25. Everybody working this high side of the racetrack. Back on the back parts a little bit. We was 3 wide racing back here, and we still are. think that was
I'm sure-
Dusty. I think he's a lap down. Not for sure. He's back in 24th spot, man. But I seen him. He was 3 wide.
Dusty is a lap down, and there's the 82 underneath the 1. These crew chiefs are probably screaming that we're going to need to be getting tires every time a caution comes out now after seeing how Wirtz has just run through the field.
Wirtz just completely ran through the field, man. He started back in 18th spot, working that through the bottom side of Mario now. Drag race down the backstretch. We may be having a swip swap for the lead here. Mario trying to rim ride the outside wall, doing everything he can. Brian Wirtz putting in a little bit of less effort with those new tires, man. Just having a Sunday or having a Monday night cruise out there. We have a new race leader, the 82 machine, led that lap on lap 27. And now he's going to set sail there in front of him. All the clear track that he wants, all the fresh air that he wants. And that Sunkist car, Dark Horse Racing, is out to the front. But man, absolutely, crew chiefs, they seen that and they are putting that down in their notes.
Now he's going to try to get away, and I've been hearing rumors that iRacing messed a little bit with the draft model, that you got to be closer now than you used to be, about 0.8 to a second back to get the draft, and here now it's lowered about half a second, 0.5 back. I'm not sure if that would work with the Legacy Cup cars, but that's what I'm hearing, with at least for the current monster cars. At least see work. It's definitely push away to where he's not giving any draft help to the number 2 position of the 99 Mario.
And that is a lead right there. I'll pull the gap up on the screen. There it is, a 1 second lead for Brian over Mario now, and he is slowly just pulling that thing away. We're 18 minutes and 22 seconds in to this Monday night race for the Ezra Pro Series, race number 4. I think we've had all different winners for those 4 races, or for 3 races. Can the 4th race, can that continue on? A new race leader or a new race winner? As Trent and Mario are still trying to battle it out back here for 2nd place.
You know, Wirtz's guys are telling him now that, okay, you got the lead now, back it down, save what you have. These guys will have to get down for fuel well before you, so you don't have anything to prove. Keep that gap, but don't kill up your stuff.
And look at this bobble of cars back here. Brian Curry's in it. Once again, man, this 39 machine has been in all sorts of mix. He has not caught a break whatsoever. And he's just trying to hold on to the 23 machine. Casey Clark Jr., he's up there as well. There's Dusty, the number 8 machine. And the 51 of Jordan Berry. This 8 machine of Dusty Alpine, is he a lap down?
Yeah, he's a lap down, but he's fighting with all that damage. It's surprising on such a track that does, you know, where aero is such a big issue, that he's able to stay where he's at.
Yeah, he's being shown in 24th place, 1 lap down from the race leaders. He is in that lucky dog spot, but man, he is not giving up. He is racing these guys very hard.
He does have fresher tires, I'm sure, when he went down there to get that service and repair work done, that he took tires to be the balancing act that he's at right now. It's better rubber, not a...
Even with damage, you throw some Goodyear tires on it, your car is a complete rocket ship. But everybody kind of spreading out now. There's still a lot of like little packs to go. There's like 3 packs back here in the back. Casey Knight, the number 20 machine. Sorry, the number 84 machine. He's running back here in the 20th spot, just trying to click off some laps, minding his own business back here, trying to figure out his car.